Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Let us continue playing Shadowrun Dragonfall. So we're gonna look at the computer for a new mission. Um, we've been doing some of these side missions for our buddies. So we helped Dietrich with his nephew, right? And now we've helped what's his name? Decker a little bit. We haven't done any missions for Monica and Iger yet. Right, what's going on here? Shadowlands BBS. Postpaid data. Wait, search BBS for relevant key. Oh, this is interesting. Hey, let's read this stuff. Threat massacre at Shaternest Schoolhouse. Really attention-grabbing headline, right? That's how the local news has been spinning it. Truth is, the schoolhouse was abandoned years ago and was being used as a humanist recruitment and training complex. You're kidding me. A friend of mine was going there after class and he said it was just the community center. I know none of you are fans of humanists, but that entire chapter house got wiped clean. There were probably some kids in there off the street who were just looking for a hot meal. Screw humanists for exploiting them, but they didn't deserve death. Good riddance to those assholes. Streets are a little safer now that they're all burned or buried. Went trolling on the humanist board and that place was totally wiped out. Volker's Stahl was in charge of that chapter house. Good riddance to that piece of dreck. Here, just got offered a job to geek one of humanist's lieutenants. Seemed like Stahl is dead and a power struggle is already underway. You taking the job? Not my kind of work, but I gave the Johnson an address to one of your tricks dead drops. Cheers, mate. Just finished up drinks with a chummer who was doing some biz up there. Real story is humanists did not want to pay the for service rendered. And some hired muscle went crazy and took them all out. Well, that's half true. I mean, we delivered stuff and it wouldn't pay. So he killed them. I mean, we were there to kill them, but this is kinda true. So the muscle decided taking the whole place down would get the new yen back. Well, that's one way to make a living, I guess. We didn't actually get any money off of them. Even if your friend did get screwed out of a bit of New Year, and I don't think humanists would even be worth the bullets, especially that many of them. Alright, where to find elves? Is there any elf clubs or bars in the downtown area? I really want to meet one. They're just so beautiful. Maybe we can go dancing. Do elves like dancing? There's one on Torstrasse. Bring a bouquet of roses. Elves love a romantic. The elf clubs I know of are members only due to creepy groupies like you. Not really appealing when a guy is only after them for the shape of their ears. Francis Highlander best new deck. Just got one of these from a Transys Neuronet rep. Wants me to sell them in my store, so I took the puppy for a test drive. Signal quality is insane, makes for a huge difference in comfort decking fatigue. I can stay jacked in for hours and feel fine. Last session I had to set a timer just so I wouldn't forget to eat. The specs on that thing look impressive, but I'm an Allegiance man. Does the comfort really make that much of a difference? My decks are generally beaters anyway. Allegiance, what are you doing with that thing? Playing video games? Any serious decking is going to require way more horsepower than that thing can push, even overclocked. Only a crappy decker blames their gear. I do just fine, thanks. Regarding lumens, how much is Transit paying you to post this shice on here? Formula 17. So we've all seen this one floating about the tricks. This is some serious stuff. It's got heavy duty corp written all over it. Not a lot of players could be behind something like this. Ares or SK, maybe one of the big farm corps. Say Sharing or AGC. Of course, you can never totally discount the Aussies either. Tolstoy, my esteemed colleague, this is indeed a recipe for some top-shelf dreck. Whispers from the shadows say this is sourced straight from the F-state. Hello boys, I'm a big fan. You know, long-time reader, first-time poster. Quite an interesting concoction you have here. I'm just itching to cook some up. So many interesting properties to play with. I've already got a few tweaks in mind for my own special version 2.0. You sure that you want to do that? This stuff doesn't play nice and corps are really bad at sharing their toys. You can, of course, always share their secrets for them. I just gotta make sure that you run a little faster than them. Always running ACW. Like clockwork! Bandit, I'm touched by your concern, but don't worry, did you worry about little me, I do declare. This shall be ever such fun. Alright, client screwed me. Benno is a fraud. I broke my first rule, always get full payment up front. Left me hanging for 50% of the cash after I completed the job. I'm sure he will have changed his name by the time this posting goes up. Male elf, brown hair, gold eyes, look to be in his mid-30s, be careful who you work up for out there. Never thought I'd see you admit to a mistake on here. Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep my eyes open. Will forward any info I come across if you're still looking to collect from the guy. Regarding a pro shot, sent you some surveillance footage. Is this your man? Sure is, nice one. I'll split the take with you if this lead pans out. Good to find there's still some honor among runners. Alright, save the F-state! The time rise up against corporations is now. I mean, the time to check your grammar is now. Fight for a free Berlin! You just fall out of a time warp, the war is over and we won. Hard to imagine Berlin any freer, maybe you just need to switch it to decaf. As long as any corporation is active anywhere in the F-state, we are all at risk, we must act. Corps are good for business and keep in their little corners, why do you think we would help you? How naive to think they will stay there forever, don't you see that they're taking the freedom we all hold so dear? Plans are being made across the F-state, with the shadow community on our side we shall prevail. This guy's like 17, right? The F-state has its own way dealing with those who step out of line. Take your politics somewhere else. Around here you've got bills to pay. And we've got bills to pay. Help! Drowning in junk messages. Oi, chummer, I could use your help. Every time I jack into the Matrix these days, I'm flooded with junk mail. There's so much of it. I can't even see. Can anyone help me? Great, another newbie who thinks he's on a tech support board. Hey, stuff it. I wouldn't ask, but I'm desperate. I can't deck like this. Junk mail. Alright, Thunder, calm down. It sounds like an ad bot is keyed into your deck. Been poking around anywhere sketchy lately? I don't need details, a simple yes or no would do. No, Bandit, I haven't been anywhere like that, I swear, please help me. What's you gonna bet he gave his personal info to some scam site? I'll give you 10 to 1 odds. No, I don't think so. All I've done was make an online dating profile. Let me guess, meet a mate? How did you guess? That's not a real dating site, Thunder. It's a place where desperate people go to get infected with malware. But what do I do? How do I make it stop? I don't know, buy a new deck, best of luck. Running on SK. Shies, what a thrill. Had to do a simple data steal on an SK branch office, turned into an OK Corral shootout. Never seen first response team arrive that fast in my life. Had a decker off-site running damage control, managed to distract the second team to a different building while we jacked the car with the first team came in. Lesson learned, simple when it comes to SK means nothing else. You stole the corpse's response vehicle, don't they have trackers on those things? Of course they do, dumped it off the side of the road with a prime grenade in the backseat just to be safe. Nice one. Bragging about a nearly failed run on SK, is it worth them paying a decker to backtrace a Shadowlands account? Any idea what valuable data they were hiding in that branch office? No idea, money was too good to take any chances with it. Safely delivered it and the transfer cleared. Alright, Drogon Kipper banking woes. Looks like there's been a good old-fashioned bank heist in Drogon Kip, one of those old defunded banks. Still had some funds in it apparently. Whoever was responsible waltzed right in and transferred away a whole load of new yen. That's not all. A pal of mine had been contracted to do some work for one of the other leading establishments in the area. When he went in to meet with his contact, all that he found was a couple of shell casings in a troll-sized pool of blood. And I'd always assumed that banking was a boring job. Sounds pretty action-packed to me. You've got to break in a big score and what looks like a revenge killing. All of that plus a steady paycheck, what more could you want? If you need me, I'll be putting in an application at my nearest savings and loan. Alright, so just talking about things. Nothing really useful on the Shadowlands PBS. Status of the Alice Fund, we're getting there. Jobs directory inbox? Oh. Regarding salvage DVD. The screen flickers to life and Maliet's face appears from the shifting background and ambient noise. It's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Oh yes, TKC, just wanted to tell you that I've met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think that you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope though. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch, my best to you and your team. Alright, we should go check that out. Still alive! Jana, to SCKC, I guess that I should thank you. You got me out of that horrible job alive. I don't think I could have made it on my own. What happened on that run took everything else away from me. But at least I'm still breathing. The Lodge turned me into a killer, SCKC. Well, welcome to the club. That gnaws at my guts every minute of every day, and I still can't sleep at night. Innocent people, normal people, died because of what I did. And you know why they made me do it? Because they could. Yeah, what? Blame the Lodge, don't blame yourself. I don't know, maybe this doesn't bother you. You're a Shadowrunner after all. You kill people all the time. I sure do. Just another day at the office, huh? Well, I'm not like you. I can't just kill people on the job and forget about it the next day. This is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't know how to live like this, but it's still better than not living at all. That's what I keep telling myself, and so I figured that I might as well tell it to you too, Jay. Can I reply? Don't blame yourself, blame the Lodge. Right, problem solved. Alright, so let's go watch some DVDs. See if there's anything interesting. Load the third DVD. A soft whirring sound fills the air as the ancient DVD player spins the disc up to speed. The scratched LCD display comes alive and the menu fills the screen. Play track 1. The display goes black for a moment, then the face of Green Winter's winks onto the screen. The timestamp on the video reads 2042-85. I was thinking about Adrian today, not as he was when he disappeared, not as the fabled Dragon Slayer or the big-time CEO of DO Defense. I was thinking about when we were kids. Well, I was always more of a kid than he was, of course. He's 15 years older than me, in a way. He was more like a parent than a brother. Winters pauses. His gaze drops to an invisible point on the table in front of him. So I was thinking about this time when we were on holiday. Our parents took us out the island of Powell to enjoy the beach. I must have been about 5 years old. Adrian was 20. It'd be his last family vacation with us. A year later, he'd begin his meteoric rise to fame and fortune. But on this trip, he was my brother. And when I fell out of the little paddle boat that our parents rented and started sinking fast into the Baltic, he was the one who dove in to rescue me. You saved my life that day, Adrian. I'll love you forever for that. And I will find you. I owe you that much. But it's not... Okay, but it's not relevant to me. A cool story, bro. The display goes black for a moment, then the face of Green Winter's winks onto the screen. The timestamp on the video reads 2049-66. Found an old news article that mentions Adrian from way back in 2036. It was printed in a financial magazine called Das Finanzwesen, one of those chic print-based mags that they produced for the retro crowd. There aren't any clues in here, but it's good to see someone else acknowledging his existence. He clicks an off-screen button and the image of Winters disappears. It's replaced by a digital scan of the magazine page. SK stock suffers in post-buyout brain drains, November 12, 2039, in the aftermath of the Dragon Loafware's hostile takeover of Seda Crop Schuyendistriegesellschaft shell of SKI. A continuing brain drain of high-level executives is causing ongoing worry among company shareholders. The company's stock took a major hit when Lofir deposed former CEO Welhemia Graf Benoit last August. Alright. 3 months later, long-held power positions within the SKI empire continued to empty as the Dragon consolidates its power base. The most recent casualties of Lofir's takeover include Alexandra Kobayashi, former COO of Stadium Munitions, Matthias Donor, former treasurer of Ruhr Datafax, and Werner Harding, a former CEO of DoD Defense. Harding stepped into the role to replace Dr. Adrian Vauclair, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances 2 years ago. Winter's face winks back onto the screen, so there you have it. That's what they had to say about Adrian in a mere 2 years after his disappearance. My brother, the footnote. I mean, is that useful? Lofir bought out SK. While this track does load, it's clearly corrupted. The screen fills with a meaningless stream of text. This is the same text every time. I don't think it's meaningless. Isn't this it's the same corrupted text every single time, isn't it? Track 4. While this track does load, clearly corrupted. Yeah, it's the same corruption. A rattling sound fills the air as the disc grinds in its tray. A few seconds later, the screen fills with text. From the desk of Werner Harding, Dr. Vauclair, 2034-910. It is my sad duty to inform you that by unanimous vote of the Aufsichtsrat, your position as CEO of DoD Defense will be terminated at the end of this calendar month. Your continued misallocation of company funds to pursue personal agendas cannot and will not be tolerated any longer. The supervisory board is not unsympathetic to your mental state. The trauma that you endured during your pursuit of the Dragon Feuerschwinger must have been enormous. But your continuing obsession with the dragon, the dead dragon I might add, has proven a negative influence on this company, and an unjustified drain on company resources. Yeah, no, the dragon's not dead though. The board wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. We have prepared a generous severance package to assist you in this time of transition. If there is anything more that we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. Werner Harding. Alright, the disc spins down and you find yourself sitting at the main menu. You check the DVD. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So the time, like that's backwards. But after Vauclair defeated the Firewing, he was the CEO of DoD Defense. Like I guess that's the weapons department of SK. And he continued to pursue the Firewing as CEO of DoD Defense. And then he was fired. And then 2 years after he was fired, Lofir, the dragon, Lofir, acquired SK and then started firing all of SK's executives. I mean, what if Lofir is helping Adrian? Like, Lofir just acquired Adrian's old company so that Adrian can access whatever technology and whatever personnel he used to have before he was fired. I don't know, I'm just kind of making a guess, right? Like, Adrian was fired from the company, and then 2 years later, Lofir acquires the company. Alright, back to the jobs computer.